Hey guys, how's it going? It is Monday, August the 25th, 2014. It's been a couple of days since I've seen the Doctor Who episode Deep Breath. I wanted to wait a couple of days for other fans so they could see it and stuff like that. That being said, if you've not seen the episode yet, this will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, please see it and then come back to the video, okay? Um, what can I say first off? I came into this a little nervous, as most people do. You know, you're always nervous when there's a new doctor. But Peter Capaldi just knocked out of the park. He was brilliant. Very fierce, a little bit mad, kind of a little bit crazy thrown in there. He's just a brilliant doctor. I loved him. Now, the episode takes place in Victorian London, and we got Madame Vostra, Ginny Flynn, and Strax along for the ride. The episode starts off with a gigantic. They say it's a T-Rex, but the thing's about as big as Big Ben. So I'm not sure if it's a T-Rex or not, but it is a dinosaur. And it vomits up the TARDIS. I'm not quite sure how it got inside the dinosaur, but sometimes you just don't know those things. And out comes the Doctor, and he's just regenerated, so he's kind of not really together. He can't remember Clara's name. He keeps getting Strax and Clara mixed up, which, besides the height difference, you really can't do that. He keeps trying to talk to the dinosaur because he speaks dinosaur, of course. And then he faints. So, the next point, they take the doctor back to the Vostra's house so he can rest up. And what I really like about the relationship between the Doctor and Clara in this is they hit it full on. They really go at it right on about the age difference. I mean, that's actually brought up. Um, Clara's having a very hard time accepting the new Doctor. Um, Part of this is because he is old now. He's not young looking like he was with Matt Smith. He's a little more mature looking. So, um, she's upset. She's cross. She's not quite sure who this new man is. Vostra tries to explain to her about how, if I can get this right, about how the Doctor's young face was a veil, a disguise in a way. And now that disguise is gone, and she needs to accept him as the Doctor. Pretty good analogy. Great acting by Jenna Coleman on that. We've seen Clara kind of peppy and happy. And this is really the first time we see her very, very pissed off. And she does it actually very well. Another point that we actually see that we don't get to haven't seen before was the relationship between Vastra and Jenny. Before, we see Vastra as kind of the leader, and Jenny, she can use swords, and all that, but she was kind of mousy. I mean, very cute, very beautiful young actress, but kind of mousy. In this one, she kind of stands up to Vostra a few times. And she does even ask that question. Okay, we got this pretense about me being Vostra's maid, even though we're married. So why am I acting like a maid in private? Why am I pouring tea for Vostra and acting like the maid when no one's around? It's kind of a good question, I think. Um, and we kind of get to see a little bit of friction between Vostra and Jenny, and a little bit of playful banter between the two. Definitely a married couple. Um, there was one scene where Jenny is kind of in this pose. She's got her hair down, which she looks beautiful that way. I wish she'd have her hair down more often. And Vostra's in front of this board, and it looks like she's painting Jenny. Turns out she's actually putting push pins around a London city map. And Jenny's like, "Well, I thought you were painting me." And she's like, "Well, no, yeah, I was just kind of admiring the scenery in a way." She says it a lot more elegant than that, but that's basically the gist of it. Um, the the main plot of the episode is that a clockwork droid is trying to turn himself human, and so he needs spare parts in order to do that. And so he's taken unsuspected Londoners and taken various body parts. The whole time the Doctor's saying this looks familiar, this looks familiar, this looks familiar, and yeah, it looks familiar. It looks a lot like the clockwork droids in The Girl in the Fireplace, the David Tennant episode. So we have an element coming back from a previous series, kind of coming back for the new Doctor, and I thought it was actually done very well. The main clockwork droid is actually very creepy. He's got like half a face, the other half is kind of like this metal mesh with gears going around. I'm not sure who that actor is, but I think he did a brilliant job playing it. Now, of course, you also have the final scene, the mystery scene, if you will. The mystery scene would be at the very end, the clockwork droid, who we still don't know if the Doctor pushed him out, or if he jumped out, or both, or he tripped, or whatever. I have a feeling that might be answered later on in the series. Now, well, let me back up a little bit. In the restaurant scene, they find out that whoever placed this ad for the Doctor and Clara to meet, who had been separated for a little bit, to meet up at this restaurant, wasn't placed by any of them. The Doctor also later points out that Clara received a phone call in the episode The Bells of St. John, telling him, that we'll call the TARDIS. And of course, we never got an answer for that. This is why I like Stephen Moffat. He will take a little plot point, put it in there, and then he'll put it out of your mind. He'll forget about it, and then all of a sudden, a season, 2 seasons later, it'll end up to be something very big and something very important. Something you actually have to go back and go, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. Oh, that's coming back. Okay, now I love storytellers that do that. Joss Whedon's another one that does that every once in a while with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and supposedly the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to have some of that stuff in it too. I love storytellers when they pick what was originally an insignificant point in the story and expand it. Great. Now we'll get to the end scene, like I was saying. The clockwork droid wakes up, and he's in this garden. And there's this mad woman there who calls herself Missy. She's dancing around. She calls the Doctor her boyfriend. She says, okay, you're in paradise now, you're in heaven, She starts dancing around. Many theories about that, but one of the main theories, something I do agree with, I think, now this is insane theory that Moffat will destroy later on, number 1. I think she's the Master, regenerated. We know that Time Lords can switch genders. It's been suggested the Doctor may do that one day. In the episode The Doctor's Wife, the Doctor said the Corsair did it a couple of times. Missy could be short for Mistress, which of course is the female version of Master. She kept calling the Doctor her boyfriend. If you remember in the classic series, not so much John Sims, but Roger DeGago and the others, they would call the Doctor their friend, or my old friend. Hello, my dear Doctor. Almost like he was a friend, but playfully. And they were enemies, but he'd always have that speech with the Doctor. So I think that might be something similar. But then again, insane idea that will be destroyed by Moffat later. Alright, well that's about it for today. It was a great episode. Definitely a great way to start off Season 8. Great way to start off the 12th Doctor. And I'll see you guys later on. Alright, bye.